This has been a journey.
One fact that I do know is that my brother was unarmed.
One shot was fired by Officer Shelby, and a taser was deployed by Officer Tyler Turnbow. I'm going to tell you right here now, there was no gun on the suspect or in the suspect's vehicle.
I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6.
We will achieve justice.
My son has been killed, and I still haven't gotten over that. I don't know if you ever do.
I turned my phone on, and I had this surge of messages coming to my phone. Text messages and phone messages from different folks. And I also had a message from Terence Crutcher. And she said, I just got off the phone, and they've killed my brother, and we need you.
It's like Terence woke up out of a deep sleep and said, it's time for me to do something with my life. He was getting ready to turn 40, and of course, all the way up to 40, Terence always did love singing. Terence loved gospel music.
I called him my compassionate son because he always loved everybody. He loved everybody in the neighborhood. Everybody knew Terence.
So he decided to go back to school, and that's kind of where Terence was. Just before Terence was murdered. I'm gonna use that word murdered. My son was actually murdered.
The Crutcher family wanted to have this day of prayer, of peace, and of healing. Now, who could be against that? Amen.
Amen. Hands up!
Don't shoot!
Don't shoot!
Hands up!
Hands up!
Don't shoot!
Don't shoot!
And so I wanted for everybody to get together in honor of my twin brother, so his legacy would live on, so he wouldn't just be another one brushed up under the rug.
There's no way you could make sense out of a man walking with his hands in the air and someone taking his life that was sworn to protect him.
It was Dr. Martin Luther King who said that peace is not the absence of tension, but it is the presence of justice.
Reality is we live in America, and race is an issue. It is a challenge in America. That's the truth. And if I'm sitting down talking to white folks or black folks, if we can't start there and agree that race is a problem in America, then we really can't have any real honest talk.
Everybody remember the DARE program? So we had a police officer come to our school once a week to talk to us. So he's talking to us and he's engaging with us and he's asking us questions and he's hearing our feedback and he's hearing our thoughts and our opinions and things like that, developing a relationship with us. So when he sees us outside the classroom, it's not like he's seeing an enemy target. He's seeing a human being. One of the issues that we have right now is that we don't have community policing anymore. We have police that are that come into the community that know nothing about any of the people that are there.
What I have to stay focused on is the reason why I became an attorney, was to speak for the voiceless, to stand for those who couldn't stand for themselves, and to fight for those who couldn't fight for themselves.
I think it's important that, we try to figure out what we can do to help improve the things that's going on.
It reminds me of geese. You ever see geese fly? They fly in formation. And the front, he catches the wind first. And the debris in the air, and the ashes, and whatever filth is in the air, it hits his face first. And he takes it as long as he can, and then he folds back into formation, and somebody else comes forward. But they never break formation. I want y'all to know we got at least geese sense. Sometimes the young activists take the front. Then they back up, then some of the old guard take up. Then the lawyers step out. Then the preachers come out and pray. Then the Muslims come and bow down. Then our white brothers and sisters lock arms. We take the front as long as we can, but we get back in formation. But if you look up, we never stop flying together.
We have a long history and legacy of racism and racial violence in this city. And it's time that it stops. And that's going to take all of us working together, of every race and every kind and every generation, doing everything we can to make sure that our children are not lying on the street.
After 9 hours of deliberating, the jury cleared Officer Betty Shelby of manslaughter in the shooting death of Terence Crutcher.
I have 4 grandchildren that are at home now that has lost their daddy. I said that I would accept whatever the verdict was, and I'm gonna do that. But let it be known that I believe in my heart that Betty Shelby got away with murder.
My question was why?
I've been harassed all night long by citizens of Tulsa stating that Terence Crutcher deserved to die.
When the verdict came down, it was injustice, yet again. Another slap in the face to the community and communities throughout this country.
A cop murders a civilian and gets put in the nicest hotel in all of Tulsa! Bring her out! Bring her out!
You know, you can protest from now on, but it's actually a huge light that draws attention to a need in our country that needs to be addressed.
So I'm inspired by the Crutcher family to want to have a foundation that says that we can come together, we can learn more, we can evaluate, we can look at the facts that we need to look at, and then at the same time, there is a bridge here that we need to cross together.
The Crutchers are not looking back. There's no recrimination that they're looking at. They're looking for, how can we build peace? How can we have a thriving community that's enveloped with love and respect?
The tension around the tragic death of Terence has brought attention to why it happened and has created intention to make sure it doesn't happen that way again, at least as often as it could. The foundation is a big reminder. It's a big announcement. It's subtle, but it's also stately. And it is making a statement to our culture and from our culture that we don't want to just curse the darkness. We want to light a candle.
There are times in all of our lives that we have to really show what we really call agape love. And that love is the type of love that God can only instill within you, because our own human consciousness, we can't love that type of love.
And we'll rise up, high as the waves, we'll rise up, in spite of the ache, we'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
We don't want Terence's name to be considered as just another hashtag. Terence Crutcher's name is going to be that name that invokes change. You know, this whole thing about the system has spoken, it is what it is. Remember, slavery was legal. I thank God that Harriet Tubman didn't say it is what it is.
Amen.
I thank God that Rosa Parks didn't say it is what it is.